Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today in this video we are going to be doing another Warhammer 40,000 unboxing. Surprise, surprise. Now today in this video we are going to be reviewing the Battle for Macragge 4th edition starter box set. Now I picked this setup literally like 20 minutes ago off of Facebook Marketplace of a very kind person who was selling this box set. I saw the contents and I really wanted to pick them up, and so and also, you know, I also just really like, you know, kind of older Warhammer stuff. As you know, kind of my other videos on the channel, I've also reviewed the, you know, the Dark Vengeance, you know, for Warhammer 40,000 Shadow Spear, as well as the Soul Wars from Age of Sigmar. And so, you know, just adding this to the collection of just kind of my relics of Warhammer content. On top of the normal content for the Battle of Macragge, the listing also included a couple other items, so we will also be reviewing this inside this box set. So without further ado, let's just open this bad boy up. Now, I do also like, before I open it, I do like that it was in its original box. As you can tell by this sort of the box isn't in super duper great shape, but you know, I can tell that this box and all of its contents were loved very dearly, so I can appreciate that. You know, it's a cool box. You know, you got the Ultramarines up here, got the super evil Tyranids down there, and they're just like, yeah, okay, anyway, let's go. I guess the only thing left to do is just open this box up, so let's go. Right, now that everything's out of the box, let us take a look at all of the glorious plastic miniatures that were included in this little bundle. And there's also some more guys over there, and there's some books, and there's a metal guy. And we will go through all this stuff and see what we got out of this. First thing in the box is, well, the Tyranid half of the Battle for Macragge box set. It came with 6 Gene Stealers, 10 of the Termagants, and about 8 of these little they're like little flesh mines or something like that. So yeah, this is all you really got for your starting half of your Tyranid army, which, I mean, you know, it's just like, I mean, there's no HQ, so you can't legally run this in a modern 40k battle, but, you know, just like as kind of just like a little starter force, you know, just kind of dipping your toes in the Tyranid force. I think that's honestly not even half bad. You know, pick up, you know, the Tyranids and the Termagants, you know, they could be used in the Kill Team 2 thing, so they're not completely useless, but, you know, it's just like, I think this is actually a really fun start. You know, maybe I'll be collecting Tyranids in the near future. You never know, but this is really cool for like a small little Tyranid. Then up here we have a couple of books. The books were in kind of rough shape, but, you know, it's like these books are coming up on 18 years old, so, you know, it's like at least the pages are still in there. So yeah, in the book, we're just gonna move this guy aside. So in this book here, we have the 4th edition core rulebook. So pretty much everything you need to play 4th edition is right here in this book. You know, there's honestly some really cool art in these. There's a lot of cool quotes. You know, there's some battle tactics, there's rules, you know, there's all these strategies, there's all these guns and whatnot, and a lot of really cool artwork in there. Yeah, that's the, there's the Dark Angels. Nice. Yep, and then we also have here's, I think this is the 4th edition codex for the Space Marines. I'm not really sure. I'm not really master on the art there. But yeah, here you can see here. Oh yeah, also, what I thought was very interesting is that, where it's like, oh, you can select your chapter and you can, you know, paint your Space Marines based on the chapter that you want. But I was looking at here, it's like there's a couple chapters I'd never even heard of, like the Red Talons or the Eagle Warriors or the Silver Skulls. Like, yeah, there's a couple guys I've never heard of before, and it's actually kind of cool to see them in the main Space Marine Codex at the time getting decent amount of attention. Oh yeah, there's like the main data sheets for all your dudes. You know, it's like these codexes back in the day, they were pretty small, to be honest. Like, I mean, like, that's all you really need to play your Space Marines. You know, like a really cool kind of classic Marine art. And then come on over here. Oh, yeah, and then this was the Battle for Macragge, you know, kind of like tutorial missions. You know, it kind of teaches you how to play. Here's all your guys and all their stats. So it's just kind of a nice little tutorial mission. And then here's another Space Marine Codex. I don't know which edition this is from. Potentially 5th edition, I might want to say. 3rd, something like that. But, you know, just like more painted tutorials, bit more lore. You know, just kind of, interesting backstory, a couple character sheets, you know, but all very, very cool stuff. This one has some very, very cool, you know, box art. And then, of course, then there's like this little data sheet for your guys and just kind of how to play, just for like as a quick.
All right, then up next, and I guess kind of finally, at least, we have, you know, the bulk of the Space Marine force. And, you know, honestly, there's quite a lot of guys here. Now, not to say it's a downside, but they're all firstborn. And the thing with modern 40K, the firstborn, they're kind of outclassed by the Primaries. And for those of you who are like, what the heck is a firstborn and what the heck is a Primaris? This guy right here, this guy is a Primaris Marine. You can see he is very, very large, very, very big. Look at these guys, and he's very, very well proportionized. Is that a word? Probably. And then, as you can look in here, this is a firstborn Marine. You know, kind of stockier, kind of a little bit squattier. He's got little kind of skinnier legs, and honestly, when you can put them right next to each other, you can really tell which is the old Marines and which are the new ones. You know, the new Marines are just so much bigger, so much, you know, kind of better proportions compared to, you know, the firstborn Marines who are a little bit stockier. But, you know, it's just like, these are just miniatures from a different era. But, you know, I just wanted to collect them. You know, just like these, I mean, these guys, some of these miniatures, I mean, they're upwards of 18 years old. You know, it's like, this box set came out in 2004. Like, this game came out when I was 2. So a lot of these guys, you know, it's like, I mean, these guys are legally adults. So it's pretty cool. But, you know, it's kind of nice to add to my, you know, my firstborn Marine, you know, collection. Also with, you know, the new Horus Heresy game coming out, I know that they use a lot of kind of like the old tactical miniature Marines. So that's also why I wanted to pick them up, just to summon myself a little firstborn army. But anyway, enough about the lore. Let's get on to see what we got. So over here we have 5 of the Assault Marines. You know, they have their jetpacks, chain swords, bolt pistols, and the sergeant here, he's actually got a power fist and a storm shield, so that's kind of cool. I've always wanted jetpack Marines. You know, the Primaries Marines, these guys over here. Oh yeah, also apologies for my horrific desk setup. It's very, very dirty. But yeah, the Primaries Marines in the game, they actually don't get very many jump packs. There's like 2 units for all the new Primaries Marines that actually have jump packs. Which is kind of weird. I guess in lore, they're really fat or they're really heavy. But yeah, I mean, jetpacks. These are really cool. You know, I might use this guy as like, I don't know, lieutenant on jump pack. So yeah, cool little 5-man squad of Assault Marines. Then in the back there, we have 5 of the kind of classic Terminators. They're equipped with their Storm Bolters and Power Fists. The Sergeant with the Power Sword. I honestly, when I first got this box set, I really only wanted, you know, these guys and then the Storm Speeder, but you know, I was just like, you know what, might as well just buy everything. Yeah, so just, you know, 5 of these Terminators. Now I have 10 Terminators for my very small Deathwing, but you know, you gotta start somewhere, and I'm just kind of building my collection as I go. Then there's a absolute boatload of Tactical Marines. I think there's a little over 30 of them so far. Because there's this one 10-man squad of Tactical Marines painted in Ultramarine blue. There's a full 10-man squad with a flamer and rocket launcher, and then the sergeant with the bolt pistol and chainsword. So there's a full squad right there. And then there's a bunch of other guys, you know, kind of in rough shape. I'm going to have to repaint these guys, you know, take off some of their paint. But, you know, there's 2 more flamers back there, 2 more missile launchers. So with the 3 missile launchers, I can make myself like a little Devastator squad for the missiles, for some little bit anti-tank action. But yeah, like, I mean, look at all these little Tactical Marines. It's so cool. A couple beaky helmets, you know, it's just really, really cool. And then in the back here, we have a little land speeder, which I also really, really wanted. And the land speeder, he's equipped with a multi-melta. The heavy bolter is on the side. You know, I could technically glue the heavy bolter on there just to, you know, have it on there. But, you know, adding a little land speeder to add to my Raven Wing for my Dark Angels, it's always nice. And plus, I've always just wanted one of the classic land speeders. I just think they are really, really super duper cool. And then coming on over here, we have a bunch of extra little bits. You know, there's little extra pieces of terrain. I think that's the Terminator teleporter device. A little bit of some extra bases. There's a little Tech Marine, actually right here. A little Tech Marine, you can see on his shoulder that there's the Adeptus Mechanicus symbol. There's a whole Tech Marine who's just kind of chilling here. There's only half of them, so it's kind of funny. And there's a couple extra little bits here. You know, there's some power axes, power swords, things. Here's like some metal Gene Stealer arms, which are kind of interesting. Oh yeah, and there's also just a Dark Eldar, just Calibite Warrior. just chilling here, you know. His head fell out, so I tried to glue it back on there. He's got his little gun there, a little fusion pistol. You know, a couple chest pieces, a couple backpacks, a couple banners. And, oh yeah, then there's also this dude. I don't really know who this guy is. You know, he just kind of was part of the set. I think he was part of the Battle for Macragge, you know, kind of game. You know, he's just kind of like a little extra special character. You know, there's, let's see if I can get a little better view for him. Yeah, he's kind of, yeah, you can't really see him very well. But yeah, he's just, I think he's just part of the main game. You know, there's no like legal, you know, modern 40K rules for this guy. I don't know, you could probably proxy him as like an officer or something like that. But, you know, it's just kind of cool to have just for, you know, add him to the collection. And then, of course, a bunch of extra dice. Last but not least, the set also came with this full metal little miniature here. Ooh, set down. But yeah, when I saw this guy in the bundle, and I was like, oh, you know, it's a little metal miniature. Like, he looks kind of cool. I didn't really have any, you know, intention of building him or, you know, putting him together, but I just thought, like, you know, just pick up a metal miniature. And so when I got him, and then he is a Space Marine veteran from Games Day 2005. And so when I looked this guy up on eBay, apparently this guy runs for about 35 bucks. You know, he's actually pretty rare, you know. I think he was exclusive to whatever this Games Day was, you know, back in the day. But yeah, you know, it's like, it's kind of an exclusive metal miniature, still in package, still in pretty darn good shape, you know, from, I mean, 2015, yeah, you know, 2005, 17 years ago. Holy cow. Yeah, that's a long time. Yeah, this guy, he's been chilling in his box. But I mean, you know, like, I was never really a big fan of the metal miniatures. I mean, there's plenty of people on the internet who can, you know, certainly do metal miniatures justice. I was never a really big fan of them. You know, it's just like, they're a little too static for me. They look a little funny, but, you know, just like, I mean, this is a piece of Warhammer history. I mean, you know, just kind of wargaming history. And, you know, I'm really fortunate to have this guy. And, you know, maybe someday he'll skyrocket in price and I'll be really, really fortunate to, you know, pick this guy up. I'm also really happy because, you know, it's like this guy, as well as my, I got a new Interrogator Chaplain, which I'll probably have to do a review on him pretty soon. But yeah, you know, it's like those are two pretty solid, you know, rare miniatures that I'm...
Guys, anyway, this has been the video of me reviewing this very, very old Battle for Macragge set, and plus a couple extras. Anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. I certainly enjoyed, you know, creating it, picking it up, you know, just kind of going through its contents, you know. Each of these, you know, old Warhammer sets, I mean, it's really a blast from the past, you know. You can really, really get a sense of, like, you know, what the era was like back in the day, you know, just like, you can almost imagine yourself being a kid at the, you know, kind of during that time, you know, summoning yourself a small little Space Marine force and, you know, playing with your friends and whatnot. You know, Warhammer itself has become a little bit more mainstream. You know, there's a bunch of controversy with the company, you know, just them being kind of just a bunch of scumbags. But, you know, it's like, there are these little pockets, you know, it is just really fun, you know, just that there are these little relics that exist from a bygone age. So, you know, I'm always super duper happy whenever I get a chance to review them. But anyway, guys, really hope you enjoyed. If you liked the video, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a comment. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.